let's talk about traveling with your pet. So, Dr. Cliff, let's say I'm a new client to your clinic. I want to go on vacation, not internationally, but I want to go away to the States driving.
Okay.
Well, what do I do, sir? I say to you, listen, first of all, what do I need to have?
You know what? It's the nice thing is about traveling to our southern neighbor there. It's actually pretty easy. Your pet better be older than 8 weeks old, but that's going to be the case anyways. Up to date on shots. It has to have had its rabies vaccine if it's older than 4 months old, and maybe just to be safe, have some ownership papers showing that it is your animal. You do not actually have to have like a health certificate from your veterinarian saying that the animal is healthy to travel. They don't really care because you're not taking it on a plane. So they just want to make sure it's not going to spread rabies. I mean, rabies is such a zoonotic disease, such a risk to people that it has to be protected from rabies. It'd be smart to have a obviously identification on it. I would even have it microchipped just in case. Call ahead, make sure, it's common sense, make sure the hotel or wherever you're staying is pet friendly. I would also, just to be sure, know where the sort of the local emergency hospital is for animals wherever you're staying. But these days it's easy traveling as far as in a car with your pet. If your pet is really, really old or dealing with a major chronic illness or super anxious, then yeah, you have to second guess it. But other than that, get ready for every 3 or 4 hour stops, but we got to do that anyways, right? And these days, the sort of places on the interstate highways, the little comfort stop stations, they actually have places you can get water for your pet, and they can walk around. There's a little park and get some exercise on them. A biggest question I have, though, when people are driving with their pets is, should I drug them? Should I sedate them? Generally, the answer is no. You don't really want your cat or dog stoned out of its mind. Should I give it Gravol? Bad idea. People talk about motion sickness in dogs, more so than in cats, but Gravol is an off-label drug. It is not intended for dogs and cats. Don't give them human drugs unless it's safe. And unfortunately, the Gravol sedates them as well, which people say, yeah, it's great. My dog sleeps the whole way. You don't really want to use Gravol to sedate your dog because that means the dosage is too high. There's actually a great product these days. I'm going to do a little plug. Pfizer came out with a product a couple of years ago called Cerenia, which is the first on-label, sort of intended for dogs, drug you can get from your veterinarian that deals with motion sickness. And most dogs get motion sickness when they're in the car. They may not be vomiting. Just dogs that pant excessively are likely suffering from motion sickness, and they just haven't gotten it severe enough to actually vomit. Dogs that drool a lot, salivate a lot, they're nauseous. And the dogs that are pacing back and forth, it's because they're not comfortable, usually, unless they're sticking their head out the window and they're just having a good time. Have you ever tried that? You ever stick your head out the window when you're driving real fast?
No.
It's quite a lot of fun. It is, seriously. Do it. But it also keeps you awake.
Are you kidding? Or?
No, it's hilarious. It's just the wind blowing through your hair. Your hair is short enough that you wouldn't actually get the experience. But, anyways, I'm going off on a tangent.
You're a jerk.
You're a weird guy. Yeah, you know what? So driving is easy. So have your dog ownership, have some papers, have a vaccine certificate showing that they're up to date on the rabies shot, and you're good to go.